Disclaimer, I keep saying motorcycle exam even it's just a motorcycle training that you will get your license if you pass the exam in the training, but I keep saying exam because motorcycle exam is different from the motorcycle training. But I'm just gonna keep using the word motorcycle exam because that's easier for me. Hey Lees! Welcome to my channel. It's Sophie and we're back with another video. Today I'm gonna be teaching you on how to get your New York State license for motorcycle. So, without further ado, let's get started. I got my notebook out here that I write the steps one by one on how to get your motorcycle license. And also, I only have 10 steps on how to do it because that's how I got it. I got my motorcycle license last 2024 around April or May. I supposed to get it during December 2023, but they denied my first course since the winter started early, so that's why they moved me to the first course that was available during April. I technically got my physical card around May. I bought my motorcycle 1 or 2 days after I physically have my license card, which I'm gonna be discussing that in a different video on how I got my motorcycle. Because, you know, I'm just a girl. I did it by myself. Nobody helped me how to buy the motorcycle. I just went to the dealer, talked to the dealer, got my motorcycle, and here I am. I'm driving my own motorcycle in New York City and the New York State as well. I want to give you a little background of myself before we head straight to the videos because you guys need to know why I'm driving a motorcycle. I've been driving motorcycles since I was 9 years old. I started with the Mio Yamaha. It's like a scooter, but it's like almost until at 120cc, so it can go fast for a kid as a 9 years old. Then I started learning motorcycle with shift gears, not yet with the clutch, just a shift gear. It looked like still like a scooter, but it's with the shift. It go faster until 240cc when I was like 10 or 11 years old. After I learned how to do the scooter one, I already upgraded very quick because, you know, I can already balance how to do the motorcycle to the one with a shift gear. In the Philippines, we do 1, 2, 3, 4 down and then 1, 2, 3, 4 up. But our gears here is a 1 down and then 5 ups or 6 up. I know it's different because it was a different kind of motorcycle. When I was 12 or 13, when I finally reached the floor with the big bike, I think I started learning it already because I supposed to learn to ride the sports bike when I was like 11, but I still cannot reach the floor. But thankfully, when I turned 12, I got a little bit taller and then I finally started learning to do that. And then eventually when I was 13, I am a little bit of pro using this motorcycle because I've been driving around my family since that's the only motorcycle we finally own because, you know, we sold the rest of the motorcycle because we stick there because they're cheaper with gas compared to the scooters and the other one. That's the reason why I am a girl riding around New York City with a motorcycle because I've been doing that since I was a kid. That's the reason why I kinda have this confidence of how to drive the motorcycle. I didn't learn the motorcycle new, so I kind of like know it already and I can navigate the motorcycle before I even start driving a car and before I even try to get a motorcycle license. But if you're a beginner, this is actually okay for you because the way I get my license, they actually taught me how to actually drive the motorcycle completely and safely. So yeah, let me already explain to you what I got here in my notebook. I just write that down with my pen and paper. Step 1, you must obtain a driver's license. You must have your driver's license. You're supposed to have in your ID Class D or Class DJ if you're a driver junior. If you're under 17, yeah, 17 and under, supposed to have DJ. And if you're 18 and over, you're supposed to have D, driver. Next is step 2. Go to the DMV website, which I'm gonna be linking down everything below. Also, I'm gonna be explaining you all the steps in the description so you guys can actually, you know, read it if you don't wanna really watch my whole video. But this is the tips and tricks that I did during the process, so you might as well watch it if you're already here. But I'm gonna be also linking everything down below so you guys can also have it quickly. Once you're in the DMV website, you need to go to the permit, which everything is already in the link below, to get the reviewer to get your permit because you need to have a permit exam because that's how you get your permit. They're gonna be teaching you with regards to the motorcycle, regards to the road, and regards to the other people in the road with you. Especially, you're gonna be in a single lane or in a single kind of line. You don't have anything anymore. It's just your body riding in the street. You kind of like really need to read for your safety of your life, because you know, even you're like the best and greatest driver in the world, if people around you are like then it won't really work. So please review, because everything in that reviewer is on your exam that you will take after you physically think and mentally think and emotionally think you're ready for this big day, which is the exam. I took the exam online, so I have 50 questions and I got them correct, 47 correct answer, and then 3 wrong. If you don't want to have a very long exam, go to the DMV and take the exam over there. You need to pay a fee. But the way you got your driver's license permit, it's the way you get your motorcycle permit. It's just like it has more focus on yourself than the road, because it's all about how will you manage yourself during some circumstances. Those are mostly the question I got online. I never really know how other people got their exam in person, but they told me that their exam in person is much easier compared to the one I got, because mine is like more complicated since it's 50 questions, so they try to ask more and more questioning. But anyway, if you please review a lot of those in the reviewer, then you will not even fail like me. My English was like, I'm like, I don't understand some of this. That's the reason why I kind of like failed 3 scores. Even you say history, that's still a lot. It means I didn't know those kind of things. You need to review and then take the exam. If you pass online, you need to go to the DMV and do the whole process so you can get your physical permit card. I went there, they took a picture of me, I gave them my sign, I paid, and then I got my license. If you fail online, it's okay, because 50 questions is really a lot and it will really take you a while to do it. I would recommend for you to go to the office so you can have less questions and you already kind of like read what was in your old exam, you know, so you kind of like aware what's going on in your exam, and now you have 20 questions compared to 50 questions. I will not let you take the online again, because I believe it's kind of like AI generated. They already know that they asked you this question before, so I believe they're gonna like change it again. So you can just keep retaking exam until you finally make it, but I know you're gonna keep paying if you fail more than 3 times and you wanna retake it again. So please go to the DMV so you guys can have little more questions and much easier for you. Next step is to wait for your permit. I know this sounds crazy because the same number is gonna be just in your permit, but I would just wait for your permit. It will only like at least take 2 weeks for them. That's like the maximum they have for you to get it in your mail. I really wait for my permit because I wanna have my permit before I start going to do other things and move on, because I want everything to start from level to level. I wanna start from ladder 1, ladder 2, ladder 3, ladder 4. I don't wanna keep skipping. Even it's okay to actually skip it. I find out during my motorcycle safety foundation, which is the MSF, that's like the course for you to get the license. It's okay to not have your permit. But I didn't do that. I didn't take that route because I am eager to get my license quickly as possible. So that's why I waited for my permit, then I will go to the next step. Next step is find your nearest MSF course, which is the Motorcycle Safety Foundation. I will link it down below as well because I am from Queens and I got one from the Queensboro Community College. That's where I took my exam. I got it for $398 and it only took me 2 days and I already got my license after that. The classes starts from 6 a.m. and then they end at 1 p.m. and then the next day again. So it's Sunday and Saturday. Actually good for other people who work at night or work on 9 to 5 because they start early in the morning and you guys can have your own fun at nighttime. Once you find your MSF course, I would recommend for you to start emailing or calling them just for them to be updated of what's going on. I actually found mine and thankfully that they have an available date during the April because I told you I actually start applying December but they didn't have it, so they moved it to April. So you guys cannot do this during winter because they actually close their school to not work because, you know, it's so cold and it doesn't make sense to ride the motorcycle in a snow. So they mostly open around April and then they end about November to December. So you have like at least December to like April to like review for the permit. Since I'm gonna be showing you this video on February anyway, so you guys have a lot of time before April comes. Next step, once you found your MSF, you enrolled to your MSF, you talk to your MSF, they're gonna give you your 5 hours class 30 days before your exam day for your license. So it means they're gonna be emailing you a link where you're gonna be learning about motorcycle for 5 hours, and then after that, they will also give you your certification exactly the moment you finish your 5 hours. The good thing about my course, I did it online. Everything is mostly online. Only the time I went to the DMV is to retake a picture for my permit and get my license, because both of those I need to go to the DMV. But that's mostly what I did, and also go to the license, which is just 2 days. So technically, you're just only 4 days outside. You're mostly home if you don't really want to go out, especially winter. Next step is you need to be preparing all the gears you're gonna be needing for your motorcycle exam. In your MSF course, they're gonna be giving you a list of things to bring as your gears to the motorcycle. By the way, their classes, they already provide for the motorcycle, so you don't need to bring your motorcycle. That's the difference between having this MSF course rather than just going to the DMV and take the exam, because you need to bring your own motorcycle. That's the reason why I paid, because, you know, I cannot find somebody who owns a motorcycle who can bring me in the DMV and then take an exam and then I fail because I didn't really know what was going on. Alright, things you need to bring is a jacket. I was wearing leather jacket that I borrowed from a very old guy who used to drive a motorcycle. I was wearing a big clothes. I'm actually gonna be showing you how we all look like, but it's already after. I have a picture right here. This is all the people who actually passed and did the course and, you know, take the exam afterwards. So this is my whole team. I'm the only lady out there, and I am actually still close to them. We still talk about our motorcycle. That's a good thing about this, because you actually meet people who wanna own a motorcycle. So I actually meet at least like 12 people who is a starter in motorcycle, and yeah, we talk, we try to hang out, but you know, it's winter, but everybody almost have their motorcycle. I think at least 2 people doesn't have it, but yeah, you see, like, you already start your small community even you're just starting to do your riding. Next is a high boots, or I saw a guy who was wearing like a high cut Jordan, but like not the Jordan ones, like the Jordan 13. I saw him wearing those, and then the Jordan 4, but that's about what I see. Everybody was already wearing boots. I was wearing like the lookalike of Dr. Martens, because I don't own the Dr. Martens, and everybody was wearing a boots, but I saw 2 guys was wearing their Jordan high cut. So I think they allow it, but I don't recommend it. I recommend you to follow the instructions. The more you follow the rules, the better for you to have an easier life getting your license. Next is your gloves. You need to have a motorcycle gloves, not your gloves for winter, because just in case you fell off, you're gonna be scratchy your beautiful hands like I have. And thankfully, I have a gloves that I borrowed in somebody else, so my gloves was this big. My gloves was that big, but I don't care because I can still maneuver my motorcycle that I'm riding, so it was okay. But eventually, the guy that was training us there find out that I was riding with the big gloves, so he eventually let me lend his, like, maybe daughter's glove. So I borrowed that for the whole training. But for the first 4 hours of that training, I was wearing this big glove. But I was doing it great, but you know, sometimes I think the guy was like, why are you wearing big clothes? But because I just borrowed it, because I didn't bought my gears yet. I bought my gears after I actually got my motorcycle. I know, it was wrong. That was only the ladder I skipped before I even, you know, start. Which is actually not good because I was riding with the big ladder. So it means just in case I fell off in my real motorcycle that I was driving, I could have really get scratched or get hurt. So I won't recommend that. Buy your gears. Buy these gears already. While you're watching this video, already start looking online. I think I was buying stuffs in Revzilla. I'm gonna link that in below too. I was buying stuffs in Revzilla. I got my helmet, my gloves, and I still don't own a jacket. It's winter, so both of us gonna be buying our jacket in the Repsilla maybe tonight. Oh my god, I actually never buy my motorcycle jacket. Remind. Please comment down below if you're watching this to let me buy a motorcycle jacket so when summer comes, I have it. Oh my god, I don't have my motorcycle jacket. And a boots. I wanna buy a motorcycle boots and a motorcycle jacket. Remind me in the comment down below. Come on guys, come on, help me. I'm helping you out here. You guys need to help me too. Okay, next is a helmet. You guys need to have helmet. I think that's like the #1 thing you need to own here in New York anyway. I believe you can ride without the motorcycle jacket, but I won't recommend it. But I know you can ride without a motorcycle jacket. But without the helmet, you cannot ride a motorcycle. It's only an American law and some other laws in the country, but the rest of the world doesn't even do that. But like what I said, I won't recommend it because I'm here in New York State. I am not in the Philippines, I'm not in Brazil, I'm not in India. You guys cannot call me out. I rode there. So yes, I did rode without a helmet. So half of the country I went wasn't even wearing a helmet because we weren't even riding with a lot of big cars, big trucks. Not like New York that's driving. Or actually, the whole America has always a big truck. Some other countries, they're just roads and you riding around. Next is jean pants. You need to actually wear jeans, not joggers, not jogging, anything that is like this one. Like don't do that because if you fell down, which I actually saw it while I was training, people fell and I was like, ooh. And by the way, the motorcycle is not that high. I'm 5'3" and I can still reach the floor a little bit like that. But tall men was falling down there. I don't know if they get scratches because I don't want to ask. They will have like low confidence or self-esteem. So I didn't ask if they have scratches. But like they fell down while we are in the training. Like where they're doing their circle, their U-turns, and they're falling down. I didn't ask if they got scratches, but at least they were wearing proper gear. So that's why I want you to wear jeans. Please don't wear any cotton that will scratch you and become like a crayon in the street. I think that's mostly what I wear during my exam day. I have a jacket, high boots, gloves, helmet, and a jeans pants. And then that's all for what you need to prepare before your exam day. You need to have that and bring that and wear that. Also, you need to prepare whatever weather comes. You will really need to have the exam. So if it ever rain, you kind of like need to bring a raincoat, or you don't even need to if it's okay for you to just rain. It actually rained the time I was there, but we were on break. When the rain comes, they gave us like a 5-minute break, and then the moment we come back, the rain stopped. So we were lucky that like the rain stopped, but our motorcycle were wet. So like my pants was like soaking wet. You know, even I wiped it, there's like a little water that's still coming in your pants. So the street become wet. So it was harder for other people, especially the people who was new to the motorcycle, to drive in the wet. But the good thing is now they finally know how to ride in a wet road while we're still in a training. We're not in the highway, we're not in the street, we're in a training in a parking lot in the back of a college school. Next step is your big day, which is the exam and training day. You need to have a proper rest and don't party on a Friday because your Saturday exam is 6 a.m. So please don't have a party on a Friday. I don't go party, but the problem about me, I go to work at night. So I was working until like 12 a.m. and then I need to go home. I got home too. So the moment I was in my motorcycle exam, I was exhausted. I was tired. I was like... Yeah, exactly. That's how I look like in my exam. So yeah, please... go to bed early. Go to bed 8 because, you know, you need to wake up an hour before your 6 a.m. Oh, also, if you're late, they actually won't take you too. They will, like, let you be on the side and, like, not take the whole training at all. They don't care about your money because you need them and they don't need you. So you need to be there as early as possible. I was there, like, around 5. or 5:30. I was like waiting. That's why I'm so sleepy, because I'm always early. But yeah, they don't want late people in my course. I think in also other people, since I think the guy who was like training us go in different locations. So he gonna say the same thing, that they don't want late people. So please, please, please go early and don't be late. In the test day, I went there completely with my gear. They're gonna be putting you like cargo back, whatever, the back of the truck. They're gonna put you because that's like their base. They explained us everything, that what we're gonna be doing. They explained us that if you fall, don't pick up the motorcycle. If you do this, just stay there. If you have a question, please ask. Don't hesitate to ask, because if something happened to you, it's on them. They asked us if we have our 5-hour class. They asked us all the question one by one while we're sitting. I think at least the talking was like at least 30 to 45 minutes. So I was there listening and listening and listening and listening until tell you to pick your own motorcycle, because you know, you kind of like can feel which motorcycle you want. But he actually tell me and the other guy, who was like almost my height, to pick a motorcycle. So they let me and the other guy pick first, because we're too small. So they kind of like say to get in the smaller motorcycle, because we cannot really reach the higher motorcycle. And then the tallest guy, they gave him like the big bike. So you know, it can be fair to other people. But the rest of them, they like pick their own motorcycle, because they have 12 motorcycles. That's why they only need 12 students every time. After you pick the motorcycle, they will be teaching you first from neutral. So they're gonna let you just like roll and roll and roll and roll in the motorcycle, and they're gonna be starting to train you. And then after you roll and roll, you start from first gear, they start you in second gear, and it will never go third to fourth gear. In that training, it never go higher than that. It's only from first to second gear. And I also teach how to use the gears in another video of mine, which is gonna be here. So that's why you guys can also check it out, because I also show how you can use the gears, which a lot of people get confused on how to use it, because you know, start from 1 down and then 5 to 6 up. So I'm gonna be teaching you guys there as well. I already have a video up there, so you guys can check it out. So after that, they let us go home. They let us rest. They told us that was the day they told us if we ever get late, then we won't be in the exam. So the next day is the same thing we did, but now our motorcycle is like riding around. Now they have like a course. They put like a tape in the parking, and then now we need to like follow that. They're gonna be explaining you everything. After you finish your whole training, there will be an exam day, which is same thing you just did for the 2 days. You need to remember everything you did for the 2 days. If you don't know how to ride the motorcycle, you will eventually learn how to ride the motorcycle, because they will only do it until second gear. You're gonna see other people first to take the exam, so you can learn from them, or you can take it first. They're very considerable. You can just literally talk to those men and just like tell them that, hey, this and that and this, I don't know this, I don't know that, before the exam really starts. So you can like learn more. They're very considerate, because remember, this is not a DMV license test. This is your motorcycle safety foundation license exam. It means whatever they teach you will reflect them in your score. And then after the whole exam happened, after the training and exam finished, they're gonna be giving you the score. They're gonna be telling you the score, and then at least 3 people I think didn't pass. And that's okay. If you didn't pass, it's fine. They will allow you to retake your exam, which I actually talked to those 3 people and said they passed because they got their motorcycle. We were talking. We have our own group chat. I created that. I'm the only girl. I was so friendly with them. I got their Instagram, this. We created a group chat, so we all know what's going on with each other. So after you pass, they're gonna be giving you a temporary card. It's not your license. You cannot just drive your motorcycle with this. It's just a card where you're gonna be using it to go to the DMV. I just give them my application and the card, and then after that I just waited for my license. And then I got my license. That's all for how to get your motorcycle license in New York State. Not in other states. I don't know how to get your license in other states. But now I am a Class DM. Because, you know, I have a driver's license. I have a motorcycle license. I think my license is like 4 years only. But I can just renew it. I mean, it didn't expire yet, so I don't really know how to renew it. But if ever that happened, then I'm gonna be teaching you guys again how to renew your riding license. But anyway, that's all for today. I am so happy that I finally teach you how to get your license. If you guys are still confused, please Let me know everything in the comment section because I actually always read my comment section and start learning a lot of things from you guys as well.
And also remind me about my jacket and my boots. I really need that.
If you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, and share my video to spread happiness in the world. Bye, babies! I love you so much and thank you for watching. Bye! Mwah.